Tonight, some disturbing revelations from Tanner Horner about the murder of Athena Strand.
I try to break the night as quick and painless as possible.
And new allegations that Horner previously sexually assaulted a teenager.
Well, I have rain on the way just in time for our weekend plans, unfortunately. I'll have the rainfall timeline coming up.
And a new effort underway to prevent the voter confusion we saw in Dallas County in the primary.
We begin tonight with breaking news in Fort Worth.
Yeah, police are responding to a triple shooting right now. Take a look. This is happening in a neighborhood west of 377, right off Park Vista Boulevard.
Cole Sullivan just arrived on scene. Cole, what can you tell us?
Cynthia, this is still a very active scene, and the Fort Worth Fire Department tells us a fourth ambulance was also called here, not for a shooting victim. Two of those patients, preliminary information says, are in critical condition, one in serious condition. This is what's going on right here at the scene, as you can see it on Persimmon Court in the villages of Woodland Springs. This is a cul-de-sac area that actually backs up onto a park where this police investigation is centered right now in this area. We're waiting to get more information from Fort Worth police in this area right now. We've seen some of their public information officers here on scene as they're working to gather more information, and we see other homeowners and residents in this area here as well. We're waiting for that more information. Preliminary information indicates this may have started with a fight of some kind. This is just the latest incident in a spate of violence we've been following here in Fort Worth. We talked to Chief Eddie Garcia about this just yesterday.
One victim is too many. We take this personally and we take this seriously. Parental involvement is incredibly important. There's no question about that. One of the things that we're seeing, case in point, is we need to ensure that our community knows that a firearm needs to be handled responsibly.
That is Eddie Garcia talking about other incidents of violence we've seen here in Fort Worth. Now another. Fort Worth police saying 3 people have been shot in this neighborhood tonight. We're working to get more information, and we'll bring you the very latest as soon as we have it. Back to you.
All right, Cole, thank you very much. Now to Johnson County, where former police officers are under investigation tonight as part of a case involving public corruption and prostitution. It's happening about 30 miles southwest of Fort Worth. Adriana de Alba is in Godley to break down what we've learned so far.
Well, at the center of this widening investigation is a North Texas couple and former Godley police officials, including the former chief. Authorities say they investigated an alleged prostitution case that they say unfolded over the course of 5 years, and that the scheme even targeted local public officials. Investigators say this case goes far beyond a couple, pointing to the alleged involvement of former Godley Police Chief Matthew Cantrell. He is now arrested and charged with promoting prostitution. Multiple people are under arrest, including Michael and Ashley Ketcherside. Prosecutors say the allegations against them range from prostitution to gathering information on public officials. The DA says the couple worked with Cantrell and others in what they describe as a broader scheme. Investigators allege they targeted city leaders, school board members, and other officials. It is an investigation of alleged public corruption that is only deepening. Godley ISD telling us Ashley Ketcherside previously volunteered with the district but was never employed. We heard from a parent group today that's been following this case closely.
We do have lots of questions, as we do not want this type of criminal activity in our community. It leads to all kinds of corruption, obviously, trafficking potentially.
And this revelation today is a relief for you.
Yes, because we feel like justice is coming.
In a statement, the mayor and city of Godley said in part, the city applauds the Johnson County Sheriff's Office and District Attorney's Office for their work in investigating, and we will fully cooperate in the ongoing investigation. Authorities say the investigation is far from over, with more arrests expected as they continue reviewing evidence. We did reach out to everyone accused in this case, but did not hear back. In Godley, I'm Adriana de Alba.
Tonight, the White House says the fragile ceasefire with Iran is holding, but Iranian state media says they are refusing to reopen traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the key conditions of the agreement. Iran says the strait will remain closed because Israel has not stopped bombing Iranian-backed Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. Today, Israel unleashed more than 100 attacks on Beirut, killing more than 180 people, according to the Lebanese Health Ministry. Vice President J.D. Vance is heading to Pakistan this weekend to lead peace talks. A group of protesters rallied in downtown Dallas tonight, angry about the bombings. This was originally planned as a protest against the war with Iran. It expanded with today's news of the Israeli strikes in Lebanon. Protesters chanted anti-Israel and anti-war slogans, with Dallas police officers watching nearby.
A new video shows Tanner Horner revealing disturbing details about the day he killed Athena Strand. And we just learned he's also been accused of sexually assaulting a teenage girl. 2 months after police arrested him for killing Strand, a woman came forward to claim Horner sexually assaulted her 13 years ago. He was 22 at the time, she was 16. An arrest affidavit includes text messages showing Horner was aware of her age. But the Tarrant County DA has declined to prosecute Horner for sexual assault while he's being tried for capital murder. Senior crime and justice reporter Rebecca Lopez is about to share some of the disturbing comments Horner made, but we should warn you, these details can be difficult to hear.
Jurors saw something they won't forget. Tanner Horner on video describing the killing of 7-year-old Athena Strand. We want to warn you, some of the details are difficult to hear.
I tried to break her neck, making it as quick and painless as possible, but it didn't work. She started crying.
Prosecutors played recorded interviews Horner gave Texas Rangers after his arrest. He graphically described the last moments of little Athena's life.
I just tossed her in, like I couldn't just keep running around with the kid in the back like that.
Throughout the interviews, Horner changes his stories from claiming initially it was an accident to admitting he killed her to protect himself.
He was concerned about losing his job. He was also concerned about seeing his child and concerned about what was going to happen to him.
Jurors also watched video of Horner taking investigators to a bamboo field to find Athena's body, not once, but twice. As investigators try to find the little girl, video shows Horner smoking and chatting about his life. Then in a bizarre twist, investigators say Horner changed his story again, claiming an alter ego he called Zero was responsible.
Zero, tell me where she's at.
And this time he leads them to the right place.
He then directs me directly to her body.
Investigators say Athena was found in a creek in an area Horner passed every day.
Told me he dropped her right there over the edge.
Jurors also saw the moment she was found.
There she is.
Horner rambles about his alter ego at length, but in the end, prosecutors say it was Tanner Horner who pled guilty to capital murder, not his alter ego. In Fort Worth, I'm Rebecca Lopez.
Sentencing resumes tomorrow morning, and legal experts will join senior investigative reporter Tanya Iser each day to break down the testimony. Get insight that you can't find anywhere else on WFAA+, free to download to your TV.
We are following breaking news in the case of an American woman who disappeared in the Bahamas. In just the last 2 hours, police in the Bahamas say they have arrested Lynette Hookers' husband, and he is being questioned tonight. So far, no word if Brian Hooker has been charged with a crime. Brian told authorities he and his wife were in an 8-foot motorboat near Hopetown Saturday night. He claims she fell overboard with the boat keys, causing the engine to turn off. He then paddled to shore and reported his wife missing the next morning.
Tomorrow, a House committee will discuss data center development in Texas. It has quickly become one of the largest and most controversial industries statewide. Lawmakers will hear from company executives and ERCOT on the impact to the power grid. The state comptroller's office says Texas could lose out on $3 billion in sales tax revenue over the next couple years due to data centers tax exemption. According to our partners at the Texas Tribune, the state could be underestimating that loss, given the explosion of new buildings. More than 300 data centers are operating in Texas right now, with another 100 in various stages of development. The tax break is one of the state's costliest incentives and is about to be the most expensive of its kind. State lawmakers are considering proposals to limit the tax break or scrap it altogether.
Confusion at the polls left some Dallas County voters frustrated in last month's primary election. Now Teresa Woodard shows us a new push at the state capitol to make sure it doesn't happen again.
In Texas, voters should be able to clearly understand where and how to cast their ballot.
It was a clear misunderstanding in March.
Well, this is the place I voted for the last 3
elections, and I get here and they tell me I have to go someplace else.
Dallas County voters
being sent to a whole other location 5 miles further away.
Forced to vote where they'd never voted before.
I think this is on purpose and it's designed to make us not vote.
The Dallas County Republican Party chose a precinct-based primary, and Texas law says if one county party does it that way, so does the other.
We just want to make sure that one party doesn't get to dictate what another party does.
Austin State Representative John Busey told Inside Texas Politics he will file legislation to change the law.
So if the Democrats want to do countywide voting and if the Republicans want to do precinct level voting, they'll be allowed to do that on their own accord.
Voters won't see a repeat in the runoff in May. Dallas County Republican Party Chair Alan West decided to abandon precinct voting, telling members of his party they could be sued if they don't. But West now says the party's executive committee will vote later this month to decide if he should stay or go because of this decision. West wrote online, quote, "My removal will not be due to any nefarious, corrupt, or scandalous actions on my part. It will be because a group of individuals wishes to have their way and expose the organization to potential harm."
I think if we don't codify this law, that we could see this happening again.
Busey sees West's uncertain future as proof the law should change, so Texas voters know where to vote. In Dallas, I'm Teresa Woodard.